Hi, Darla Demaro from Heartwork Organizing here. I have a super busy day today and I realize I have never shown you my favorite secret weapon for a super busy day, and that is lentil soup. It's going to take longer to record this video than it normally would take to actually make the soup. So if you need a absolutely killer dish that you can make vegetarian or non-vegetarian, whatever that's called, follow along with me. So here's what I'm going to do. I usually do not soak my lentils. I did last night, I'll be honest with you, but normally I don't soak the lentils. You can just throw them in. They are the one kind of bean. They are bean in the bean family, but they do not require soaking, which is one of the reasons that I love them. But the crock pot slow cooker is absolutely necessary. So if you want to soak your beans overnight, throw them in the crock pot first, and then you're going to layer on top. This is a soup, but it's going to end up being really thick, so it's more like a stew. And the next thing I'm going to add is my tomatoes. And these are just canned tomatoes. I'm using diced, but you could use fire roasted or any other type. And those just go right in there. I always like to add my sort of chunky items first so that I have what I need in there, and then I add the liquid last. I did chop these last night. I like fresh onions, and that's a whole onion just chopped right up. Goes right in there. It doesn't have to be sauteed or anything like that. I'm a little low on space here, but I'm going to go ahead and continue to add things that I want. You can, if you want, add some chopped carrot. This is one chopped carrot. If you hate chopping, get the frozen stuff. The carrot adds a little sweetness, which I like. And then I'm getting a little low on space here, and I've got to have liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and add my spices, and I have one potentially secret ingredient to put in the end. I just added the onion, and I'm going to take a shortcut and add some jarred minced garlic, about a teaspoon. And you'll see I'm not like measuring out here. I'm just using an actual teaspoon. And then I'm going to add my liquid because I like to see how this is coming along. This is the liquid, and it's about 6 cups, but I want to make sure that I am covered, not to the top of the pot, but that I'm covering everything in there. I'm gonna give it one quick stir, make sure I've got enough room for my spices going in. Great. And then you need bouillon. Okay, so you have 2 choices here. This is adding time to my video, but you would already have this figured out. You can either use traditional chicken broth, which I can't use now because I used water, or this better than bouillon. This is why I love this soup, because everything I need is in the pantry already. Okay, and this actually has on the top of it, it says 1 teaspoon equals 1 bouillon cube. So, and that's 1 bouillon cube is equal to 1 can of soup. So I'm just gonna add a generous teaspoon here, and nothing's hot yet, so I'm just adding things together, and then I'm gonna add a second one. So that's probably actually about 3 teaspoons really, because they're kind of heaping teaspoons. But that's gonna give you the chicken or the broth flavor. And then I'm gonna add on top of that soy sauce. I know you weren't expecting that. This is not an Oriental dish. It's not gonna, taste like Chinese food or anything like that, but this gives it the umami. It gives it a little, depth of flavor. And then I like to add a splash, literally, of olive oil. You don't need it to, it doesn't make everything slick or anything like that. It's just a little bit of flavor in there. And then this is my favorite thing for this kind of soup. It is a stir-in paste. It's ginger. All my ingredients, by the way, are from Aldi, all of them. Oh, that's the one thing I didn't prep. This is a new tube, and you have to take this silly little top off, and then it just squeezes right out. Oh. I don't know if I'll have time to edit that out, but after you drop something on the floor, the lid. Then I'm gonna squeeze in, I'm gonna say about a tablespoon. And those are all my spices. So I'm gonna give it a stir. And you can see already it looks great. And it's gonna cook all day while I'm gone. Now I do have one other secret ingredient, and that is hash browns, frozen hash browns. So if you want a little bit more thickness in here, you can add, I'm gonna add about a cup, because I don't have much room in my thing here, but that's it. That is it. I gotta get where I'm going this morning. My kids gotta get to school, and that is it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this can save your busy days too.